Peace, rising. I say. We in here, fam, we in here. You know, so much y'all pile up, so much y'all come in here, so much y'all come in here. We gotta make sure we in here from the other side, y'all. Gotta make sure everyone's good. All right, y'all. Peace, family. Peace. Rising. I say. I hope y'all are out there having a beautiful, blissful night, prosperous night, you beautiful souls. You feel me? As tonight we coming at y'all with a drop. As tonight we coming at y'all with another drop, of course. Um, Tonight's, as y'all see by the title and the thumbnail, we coming at y'all with a part two of a video that we've been recorded a little while ago. Called the time spell that was placed upon the planet. But we getting back at y'all with the part two of that tonight. So you feel me? We here with it, y'all. We here with it. But y'all know, before we dive into this, because I know it's been a while since we was gonna get on here. We've been supposed to do a live video, so I'm ready to do this tonight. So I got say everything in store for y'all. So we just gonna get straight into it for tonight. But before we get into it, it's imperative that I set the right vibrational energy. It's imperative that I set the right spiritual energy, and I open the right spiritual energy when we get into these topics and these divine esoteric insight. So with that being said, I want to start by giving a peace to all my gods and goddesses of planet Kai, as positive energy always creates elevation. I want to give a peace to all my high vibrational human beings as well. I want to send my deepest of my cosmic love to my elders, my middle age, and my youth. Feel me? As we all rise as one, as we are all one generation. And with that being said, I want to go ahead and jump right into it. Before I also jump right into it, I want to give a peace and a gratitude to the God Divine Insight. You feel me? But with that being said, let's just jump straight into it. You feel me? A peace to everybody who joining in. Peace. Rising. I say. Like I said, so yeah. So basically, what I'm saying, we did a part one, a video. What I'm saying, peace. We did a part one, a video talking about a time spell that was placed amongst this planet. A time spell that was placed amongst this realm right here. You feel me? And we talked about, like I said, we talked about this a little while ago, but we didn't never really get too deep within the topic. You know what I'm saying? We didn't ever really go as far as in within it. We just scratch the surface. Basically barely. You feel me? But this, like I said, this is the part two, so y'all, we're gonna be getting deeper right here with it. You feel me? We're gonna be actually going within, breaking down, what I'm saying, getting everything, making everything make sense. Peace, family, peace reflection. We're gonna be getting everything, putting everything together, making everything make sense. What I'm saying? We're gonna be going against their organized lies tonight, y'all. So, and on top of that, we're gonna be decoding a lot tonight. What I'm saying? We're gonna be decoding a lot as far as in this spell, right, that has been placed upon us. A lot of us don't really understand what a spell is, even at its finest. A lot of us tend to fail to understand what a spell really is. You know what I'm saying? Peace reflection. Peace to everybody joining in. A lot of us tend to fail to what a spell really is. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be decoding that tonight, especially within this time spell, because it's not just, you're not just, okay, so basically this spiritual warfare that we're in, we're not just going against we're not just going against people in the flesh. You feel what I'm saying? To put it like that, we're not just going against anybody. You feel what I'm saying? We're not just going against no easy people to just go against. You feel what I'm saying? This is why we're here now decoding it. You feel what I'm saying? So hold on, y'all. So yeah, we're gonna be coming at them. We're gonna be coming at them tonight. And they whole little setup, and they whole little manufacturers. You feel me? So, yeah, it's like, see, within this time spell, within this time illusion, we must understand that there was a point of time, or there was a point of a present moment within this planet where time never really existed. You feel me? And this is what pre-1492 of their man-made years that they have been here. So we must understand this first before we even dive into the, you know what I'm saying, the topic of time, because we must understand why time isn't real, because it never existed at some point of a period. You know what I'm saying? It never existed within some point of a present moment on this planet. You know what I'm saying? It was a man-made constructed thing that was constructed by higher forces than just flesh. You feel what I'm saying? Peace, peace, peace to everybody joining in. But let's stay focused. It's a warfare against something that's a higher force than just flesh. You see? So when we're talking about a time spell, you know, it gets deep because it dates back far, because, you know, it dates almost back to when they first landed here. You feel me? Because they needed a way to keep up with how long they also been here. You see? So this is where we get our time from, because they need a way to keep up with how long they have been here. Everything that they have done while they were here, since they have landed here, 1492 of their man-made years, since they have landed here, and everything they have been doing here, since we fell in frequency, everything they have been doing and showing us is just nothing new. It's nothing new. You feel me? Like constellations. That is just how they map out the skies. You see? But we already got a whole video title. That's a whole different thing. So let's just stay focused right here on this time spell that was given to the planet and the original people amongst the planet, which are gods and goddesses, who appear to you as today as now your black and Latinos, your black women and your Latino women, your black man and your Latino man. You feel me? So these are your original people of the planet. These are your people who have been placed under a time spell, under a time illusion. And this time illusion has also been put amongst your planet, and it's causing you to experience many delayed functions within your psych abilities, or your magical abilities, rather say, you know what I'm saying? Because they try to make us seem like magic isn't real, but we're going to also be decoding that today as well. You feel me? I don't have on no type of makeup, you feel me? But I appreciate, still take that as a compliment, although I don't wear makeup at all, absolutely. But anyway, yeah. So y'all already know. As far as in you know what I'm saying, as far as in furthermore setting right vibratory frequency, I did a lot behind cameras before I even jumped on here. I did a lot, you feel me? Before I jumped on here, I did a lot as far as in setting right vibratory frequencies for behind camera. So we gave a piece to the gods and goddesses, so you know what I'm saying, we're gonna jump right in it from there. So yeah, hold on, y'all. Oh yeah, I gotta watch that window sometimes. Y'all never know these oppressors play dangerous games. You know what I'm saying? These oppressors, man, they get slick with it. Feel me? These oppressors get slick with it. But yeah, y'all, this, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna dive into it. So we're gonna light up this cannabis, and we're gonna jump right into it, y'all. No lie. But y'all just roll with me right quick. We're trying to throw the CIA agents off this in here right now. We gotta throw them off, y'all, so y'all just roll with me right quick. Y'all just roll with me. Y'all just roll with me. Beautiful reflections. We can't let them manipulate the vibration and the frequency. So we must just let them, you know what I'm saying? We gotta, you know, we gotta go around their tactics. So they gonna play our game. With them being in our live, they gonna play our game. Feel me? So this time spell that has been placed upon the original people within this planet, that which we know of now. These people have been placed under a time spell that has been hindering them in all ways of metaphysical metaphysical mechanics. You know what I'm saying? And what about this time? You know, this time has been pushed on us through generations and generations and generations. It's not like it was just one big thing that was constructed. No, it's actually been pushed and forced and embedded onto us. You know what I'm saying? This is how they were able to get us to believe in it through generations and generations through generations. It's because it has been programmed and it's been programmed upon us after the fall of the Great Invasion. You see, so after the fall of the Great Invasion, this time spell was then programmed upon us. You feel me? Conjuncted by higher forces than just the flesh, right? And we're gonna get into that force as well. We're gonna get into those higher forces as well. But for right now, let's just, you know what I'm saying? Let's just get familiar with what this time spell it really plays a part in right now. You feel me? Because the time spell is the reason why we can't do a lot of things metaphysically as good as we used to be able to. You know what I'm saying? This time spell takes a major part within, you know what I'm saying, why the planet is the way it is in certain geological structures. You feel me? The time spell is the reason why, you know what I'm saying, just a lot of certain things that just goes against our nature is a part of what's taking place within this time spell. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we kicking. So it's like, okay, it's a point where you get to a point where, you know what I'm saying, you conjure and you conquer a race of people. You get to a point where you conjure and you conquer a race of people, you know what I'm saying, and you even take their land, you denationalize them, you know, you keep them mentally shackled, you know, you do as much as you can, you know, but it's to a point where how greedy can you get? You know what I'm saying? Like, how much more low can you go within these people to further, you know what I'm saying, push them down to the lowest, you know, to further keep these people conquered and conjured and blind to even themselves. How can you be so greedy to do such things? How can you be willing to go such far in depths? Okay, so you gotta understand that the reason that they had to conjunct this time spell upon you and upon your planet is because it's furthermore than just them calculating their days and their time of them being here every millisecond to second to hour, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, furthermore to day, week, month, year. That's just their way of calculating how long they've been here, but it's just deeper. It's deeper. Time being time existing is deeper than just that of them calculating their days, of them being here. It's deeper than just that. You feel me? Because again, it plays a part with you. It plays a part with the original people of this planet. Because after the fall, they have made us believe in this time. They have made us. They have used fear to push this time on us. They have used torture to push this time on us. They have used psychological attacks to push this time on us, such as stress, you know, and emotions. You know what I'm saying? This is why you feel some type of way now when you get rushed, or this is why you feel some. Or like, how do you feel when you get rushed? You know what I'm saying? How do you feel when you late? How do you feel when you too early? You know what I'm saying? It's just basic small things like that we don't even, you know what I'm saying, too much think about. But we're gonna decode all that right here tonight for y'all. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get deeper and deeper and deeper. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, this is the part 2. So we already got a part 1 out, but we didn't expand too much up in the subject on the part 1. So this is why we're even doing the part 2. So we have no choice but to get deeper here. You see? So buckle your seatbelts, hold tight. Feel me? We're going for a ride tonight. So anyway, it's further deeper than just them trying to calculate how long they've been here. It's more so as who are you and what are you for them to try to delay you, slow you down metaphysically, not just physically, but we talking metaphysically. You feel me? What makes them want to do this to you? What makes them attack you at this level? You feel what I'm saying? What are you at this level? Who are you at this level? What do you do at this level? What do you possess at this level? You feel me? So why do they attack you at this level? Because they already have done so much physically, as in far as in torture, and much more that we don't even need to talk about. Whatever that was for confirmation, you know, much more that we don't even need to. You feel me? But metaphysically, this is they're attacking you with this time spell metaphysically. You know what I'm saying? And that's what we're decoding tonight. Well, that's part of what we're decoding tonight. Of how they're attacking you metaphysically with this time spell. Before you had time, before there were time, it was dark matter energy. It was just pure divine essence. You feel me? Which means if you want to reference a depiction of time back when there wasn't time, you will refer to it as energy cycles. So we used energy cycles. We didn't use time before they landed here. So before they landed here, we were using energy cycles to calculate a period. You feel me? But when they landed here, and you know, after that great invasion, and we fell in frequency, we were then given time. Now you see how, you know what I'm saying, they just took what originally was structured of ours and just flipped it into something negative. But because we are extraterrestrials to this planet, you feel me? But we are also terrestrials to this planet. Okay, so now let's break that down. Because you have extraterrestrial and you have interterrestrials as well, and then you have terrestrials. So interterrestrials or interterrestrials would be the beings that live within the crust of the earth, the middle core of the earth, beings that you've never seen. So there will be like beings that exist underground and within civilizations within the earth, right? Those would be your interterrestrials. And then you have terrestrials, which would be, you know what I'm saying, us, because we're here, like we're here right now, so that would make us terrestrials, right? And an extraterrestrial would be a being that is not from here, right? So because we are not from here, that would make us also extraterrestrial, right? So because we are extraterrestrial to this planet, but we are also terrestrial to this planet, right? Everything we have done to this planet is on a way higher level. You see? So when it comes to them trying to conjunct something for them to attack us on a higher level, they need help from higher forces. Now do you see? So this is why they have made an alliance with a race of beings called the Octurians, right? And it's duality in all things. So you have good Octurians and you have bad Octurians. Now you got good Octurians, right? And your good Octurians, they side with us, you know, in the Galactic Confederation. And they would appear to be red-skinned, you feel me? Their skin would appear to be red, not blue, or not violet, violetish purple, you feel me? There would be, the good Arturians are red, you know what I'm saying? Then you got the Arturians who have sided and made an alliance with this grand evil, right? And these Arturians played a significant part in this time conjunction. You feel me? They play a significant part within conjuncting this illusion of time, right? Because they are an advanced extraterrestrial being, but this is why these humans had to make an alliance with them, because so they can, you know what I'm saying, try to like conjunct something on a higher level in a way that we had it, but to use it against us. You feel me? And you got these beings who are down with it, so they're like, shit, we ain't got nothing else to do. Let's do it. So then they, you know what I'm saying? This is how it went. They conjuncted this spell, this illusion of time, and it was placed amongst the planet, and it is further pushed within the Gregorian calendar. This is what the Gregorian calendar is based off of. This is why the days recycle, right? So now that we understand, the source of this illusion, which would be your human beings and a part of your Arcturian race that has put a time spell within the original people on the planet and the planet herself. This is why, because anciently, back when the planet was on a higher dimension, in a higher, you know what I'm saying, a higher frequency, the trees was sing and dance, and the plants was sing and dance. But because the planet herself is stuck in a time spell, this is why nature appears still. This is why the trees appear still now. This is why they don't dance and sing out frequencies anymore. They still do, but not as much as, not as you know what I'm saying, as they used to, because they're under a time spell. So you know what I'm saying, that everything's a delay within the planet now. This is why your thoughts are a delay. This is why you can go to sleep and then go to the astral realms, and then whatever you think is, it's the speed of your thought. Like whatever, you know what I'm saying, like you can go there, and if you think something, it's gonna happen right then and there. Like, but here, as far as in here, you think it, and then, you know what I'm saying, then it becomes. That's because of time. Originally, it was never like that. It was like that, well, just like how the speed of thought moves within the other planes of existence is the same way the speed of thought moved here at a point of an energy cycle. You feel me? Our thoughts was never really in a delay. But because we are still the same people, because we are still the gods and goddesses, you know what I'm saying, we are still powerful, so our thoughts are still is strong, you know what I'm saying, it's still strong, you know what I'm saying, we can still do this, we can still do these things. So this is where this time spell takes part in too, because not only have these beings help these human beings, not only have this extraterrestrial race help these human beings push out a illusion, but they also put it under a certain title to keep you from questioning it, you know, to keep you from asking questions, to keep you from looking into it, to keep you from paying attention, right? Which would be your Gregorian calendars, which would be your days, your weeks, your months. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? This is why this is how they can attack you psychologically, right? And this is how they can this is how they can use emotions against you, because they'll have you stressing, you know what I'm saying? They'll have you stressing about some money, right? Which is a whole nother video that we'll talk about. They'll have you stressing about some money within a certain amount of time, right? And this is based off just rent. You feel me? Cause your rent might be what, 2,200 something. You feel me? And you're like, okay, I can get to 200 something, but I gotta get it within a certain amount of what time, right? So now you're what? You're putting yourself on a pace. You're putting yourself on a different how can I say this? You're putting yourself on a different energy field. You feel me? Now you're like a chicken. Now you're running like a chicken with its head cut off. You have no time to sit down for self. You have no time to sit down with self. You feel me? You have no time to sit down and observe the planet around you. You have no time to sit down and observe the stars. You have no time to sit down and learn, read. You feel me? Be out in nature, meditate. You have no time to do this, and this is all where the time illusion plays part in, right? Because it's deeper than them just counting their days. This is what it's doing to you metaphysically. So it keeps you from having a certain mindset, right? I don't know why this camera look like that. Yeah, I don't know. Let me see something. I don't know why this camera look like that. We have a dog in there wanting to be walked, but I can't walk the dog right now, y'all. We on live, but yeah, this time illusion plays a major part in a lot of those things because it attacks you metaphysically in so many ways. You know what I'm saying? And this is why they have placed it amongst you and the planet, because they knew if you are connected directly with the planet and they attack the planet, it'll still hurt you in a way. You know what I'm saying? And then they know if they hurt you in a way because you are directly connected with the planet, it will still hurt the planet in a way. You feel me? So this is why they had to place it amongst you and the planet. So now with them placing the time spell amongst you and the planet, it has slowed your planet down. It has put your planet within a different energy field. You feel what I'm saying? It has put your planet within a different it has put your planet within a different it has put your planet. Hold on, y'all, because ain't nobody here, so I gotta take care of it, y'all. Hold on, I'll be right back, y'all. Gave his ass a treat. I hope he's satisfied with that. But, well, apparently, I guess you're not. But anyway, let's stay focused. Let's get back to it. So yeah, this time spell. That's what it takes. It takes a major part within a psychological attack to slow down your planet completely. It has changed the whole energy field of your planet. This is why within this time spell we are completely different. This is why a lot of us don't get to be able to reach certain levels of ascension, right? This is why a lot of us this is why it's hard for a lot of us to be able to perceive certain things in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? And it's times just been embedded within us. So it's like, even if we were to be like, okay, well, we know it's not real, right? We know it never existed at some point in time, right? So, okay, with that being said, but now, we know, okay, so we know it wasn't real, okay, but what can we do about it now, though, right? Because it's still in place, like, you know what I'm saying? They still got the counter. They gonna still count their days of them being here. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? But this is where the stop counting your birthdays and stuff come from. Happy Transcendence and rest in peace to Prince. You feel me? He talked about this a lot. This is why you got a lot of people who don't count their birthdays. This is why you got a lot of people who don't count time in general. You feel what I'm saying? This is why you cannot count your birthday and still appear young. You know what I'm saying? Or this is why you got a lot of people who do still appear young, because through their genetic links, their people do not tolerate time. So, you know what I'm saying? Time is not a part of it. It's not a natural thing. And this is why you got a lot of things. This is how it goes against your nature, because anciently these vessels never died off. So when they place these time spells upon you, it was to strictly die off your vessels as well. And they knew this then, and you know they knew this, that your vessel never died off. So they also had to find a way to kill you there. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, they vessels don't die off. So how can we kill their vessels? The oxygen that we put in their air is not strong enough. We took the hydrogen from them. They can still breathe without the hydrogen. Because normally we breathe hydrogen. But we can still breathe without the hydrogen. They took the hydrogen from us. And then they put oxygen into our air. You know what I'm saying? The oxygen, you know what I'm saying? Within their time, the oxygen plays a part. But the oxygen, if it wasn't time and it was just oxygen, shit, it wouldn't really do us nothing like that. You feel me? It would still affect us, but it wouldn't affect us as much as it would with it including a part within time. You feel me? Because, like I said, they took the hydrogen out the air. You feel me? Put oxygen in the air. Oh, damn, they still can breathe out. So how can we kill them off in a faster way? Let's just give them time. Let's give them a time illusion. Let's have them rushing themselves to nowhere, which is what they call death, right? Which you know death isn't real, being a god or a goddess, which we know who the god and the goddesses are. You feel me? So this all falls in line with, you know, this all falls in line with it being the reason why our vessels die off. It being the reason why, you know what I'm saying, our planet don't dance in frequencies and sing out frequencies as much as they used to. It being the reason why, you know, we are easily attacked by these emotions. It also being the reason why we perceive things so different, and we all each in a different energy field. You feel me? Because, you know, I don't like, cause y'all like, you know, it's just to a point, like, you feel me? Cause it's like, it's to a point where you can know too much, right? But it's still more to learn, and this is where it get dangerous. You feel me? Because you can know too much, but it's still more to learn. But when you already know too much, it's like, it's such a short span for you to be able to put it into words. You feel me? Because it's like, you know too much, now you just gotta act. You feel me? So it's like, half of the time it'd be hard for me to verbally explain this to y'all. You feel me? But you gotta just bear with me, because I still feel it. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's stay focused. They were able to use their you know what I'm saying? They were able to use their time illusion to attack us with these beings that hide behind emotions. Because how does that work? Okay, so again, just like a psychological attack, within time that have you stressing and believing that your whole life is finna fall apart in a span of time. You feel me? And that'll set you in a whole energy field where now you're just dwelling in that, and then that's gonna manifest as your reality. So now it's like, this time can also push you to fear, and fear can bring in many more other emotions. You see, again, we got a whole video up talking specifically about what are emotions, you know what I'm saying? So y'all can go tap in with that to get further, deeper gems upon that. But to stay focused, they're able to attack you with these emotions through this time. You feel me? And it gets so deep, a lot of us don't realize the reason why a lot of us don't meditate really, or the reason why a lot of us haven't meditated really, is because what? You haven't had the time, or you just haven't had the right place. But you can't blame it on the place, it's just the time, right? So believe it or not, this time plays a part within us being able to really connect with home, as in home being the headquarters, you know, your cosmic family, within what they tell you are stars, which we know are actually galaxies and other planets. You know what I'm saying? They actually stop us. This time plays a part in stopping us from being able to easily connect with them. You know what I'm saying? As we used to, which comes within our natural abilities. So it plays a part within hindering our natural abilities. So within this time now, it makes it harder for us to just naturally be able to connect with home. You know what I'm saying? And they do this through keeping us, and they do that through having us like running like a chicken with our head cut off. We don't have time to sit down for ourselves. We don't have time to meditate, go in nature. We don't have time to do nothing but try to survive in their illusion, in their matrix. You feel me? Because we only have a such amount of time in their matrix with our lives. You see? So this time play a lot of part. You feel me? I mean, this time play a lot of parts. Yeah. See? So it goes so far to where they had to make sure that it was embedded in us through their man-made programs of education. Since you first started school, they taught you about time, and this was in what, elementary. So you were still young. You know what I'm saying? You were still very young when they taught you about time, right? And they even taught you, like, my whole point. So yeah, basically the point I'm making was they even went to a point where they taught this illusion amongst you through their man-made systems of education, right? As far as in you being so young, you know what I'm saying? And you know, what was one of their ways of teaching us this time, of how to count time? You know what I'm saying? Because I know in my eras of growing up through elementary, they taught us how to count time through money, through quarters and change, to be exact. Nickels, dimes. You feel me? Why the money? Why involve money with time? What are y'all symbolizing there? See what I'm saying? What are y'all What are y'all what are y'all symbolizing there? You feel me? Why do y'all have to teach us to in order to, you know what I'm saying, one of the ways you can correlate time is with money. And then, you know what I'm saying, you got a slang going around, money is time, time is money. You feel me? So this time is keeping us further outside of ourselves. It's keeping us actually running from ourselves. So this time actually has us running from ourselves. It has us running from ourselves, and it has us not connecting with home, period. So this time is this time plays a part in cutting us off from our ancestors, cutting us off from our cosmic family. Feel me? Because let's keep it real. Let's keep it real. Because of this time, right? A lot of us don't even got the chance to sit down for at least 3 hours to meditate, to try to channel and communicate with the ancestors and other beings. You feel me? A lot of us just don't have the time. Right. Why is that? Why is that? Because they can't have you tapping to yourself. They can't have you sitting down with yourself. They can't have you sitting down with yourself. And if they do have you sitting down with yourself, they're going to have you sitting down with yourself in the most worst positions, to where you're not even going to want to try to ascend from that time of you sitting down with yourself that they have forced upon you, which would be your prison systems. Right? Because a lot of us be like, oh, well, the people in prison should be really intelligent because they in there sitting down. Well, no, we can't look at it like that, because they're in maximum captivity. You feel me? So it's cruel, and then it's being magic is being played amongst their facilities as well. So You know what I'm saying? It's cruel. It's like a stronghold. It's cruel. So, you know, just because they in there sitting, that don't mean that a lot of them is in there sitting and ascending. You feel me? That don't mean that it's easy to ascend in there for them, because they still in captivity, maximum captivity at that. There's being magic played amongst them in that maximum captivity, just like us. You feel me? That's so within, so without, so above, so below. You see? But to stay focused, you know what I'm saying? This is they don't want to sit down ourselves. They don't even want to give us the opportunity to sit down with ourselves. They don't even want to give us the space to even grab a thought to want to sit down with ourselves. So they keep us distracted. How do they keep us distracted? They keep us distracted through one of their illusions called time, right? Because, oh, okay, well, let's just use, okay, let's go down to the third dimension. Let's drop to the third dimension so we can use an example, a real life example. So we're dropping down to the third dimension. Hold on. We're gonna drop down to the third dimension using an example. We're gonna go back up, y'all. Okay. Example. I call my friend, right? I call my brother, who I came up out the streets with. I say, hey, okay, look. Let's say he wake up at like 12 high noon. Let's say he wake up around 12 high noon, right? And he don't go to sleep till about like 1 or 2 a.m. and he get off work at like 10 at night. You feel me? Peace, goddess. So let's say, you feel me, and then he get off at like 10 at night. So on top of that, he works. So he, you know what I'm saying? So let's say I try to call him and be like, hey, let's go, woo woo. But like I said, he only wake up at what, 12 high noon. So I call him and I'd be like, okay, well, let's go here or something, woo woo. But this place closes at 6, or this place may close at this place may close at 11, or this place may close at 9. But he get off at like 10. So if he get off at 10 and the place closes at like 6 or 9, it ain't no way for him to go. You feel me? And then it's like, damn, I could wait on him, but by the time he get off, it's gonna close. So now both of y'all feeling some type of way on the low, cause it's like, you feel me? I can go without him, but I don't want to leave my bro. You feel me? He like, you know what I'm saying? He can go without me, but dang, you know what I'm saying? He could wait for me. You see? So this is how they keep us in so much corruption within these emotions. But it's the time. But look, that's just an example, right? That's just an example, right? But let's go back up. Let's go back up, because that was just an example. So, okay, that's one of the ways that they're keeping us in the loop with this time. It's like eating our own tails, like a snake. You feel me? This is why the clock is even made the way it is. Like, this is why the clock is even shaped the way it is, to a point. You know, like, it symbolizes a lot of things. It symbolizes, this is why it's in a shape of a circle. You know, like any clock is in the shape of a circle. This is why, because it's like behind that circle, it's a negative force of symbolization related to the snake eating its own tail. You see? So this is where that gets. And this was just a part 2 of that part 1, y'all. So like I said, don't forget, we still did a part 1 of this. You feel me? But we just filling in on a part 2. But we still gonna run. I ain't gonna lie, it gets so deep, y'all. I might just have to run a part 3. You feel me? But because we ain't did a part two, you know what I'm saying? It's been so long since we did the part one. I just had to come at y'all with a part two of this, you know what I'm saying? Just to get a little more deeper within this time. Like, you know what I'm saying? We definitely gonna come at y'all with a part three because it gets even deeper. Like, even with this and everything we just talked about, that was still scratching the surface. You feel what I'm saying? So we were still pretty much scratching the surface in this video right here. So we're gonna get even deeper within the next video, which will be a part three, and that'll be the final video where we get like that video will probably be like a hour and something. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? We get even deeper breaking down into that video because we done already put part one, and then this will be the part two to put that together. You know what I'm saying? Within the part three, that'll be like, feel me? Like, that's gonna be like the final piece to the puzzle. You feel me? Or that's time spell. It's gonna all make sense. You feel what I'm saying? And even then, we still like hitting the surface. You feel me? But yes, this is this is I don't know, yeah. I just read the comments because I don't be reading the comments, y'all. Like after when I get into it, I don't be reading the comments. So I be chilling out, start reading the comments. Y'all, it's hilarious. I just see them guys being there just talking. But anyway, yeah. So we definitely gonna come into our part three, but this is the part two of the time spell that's been put on a planet. Just getting y'all more familiar with how it's being used and what parts is taking place in this war. It's being used to attack you psychologically. It's being used to attack you psychologically. Excuse me, y'all. It's being used. This time spell is being used to attack you psychologically, and it's being used to attack you psychologically because they are trying to have you open yourself up to these low vibrational beings that hide behind emotions, right? So that's one way that this time spell is being used, and I'm gonna give y'all 6 more ways. And then you got another way this time spell is being used to keep you at a delay. You feel me? This time spell is being used to keep your mind at a delay. So this is why your thought process has a delay to it, because it is the time spell that has been placed amongst you and the planet, right? So this is why you even have to go through a process of manifestation, because originally that was never even a process. Whatever you thought was then there. You feel me? But now let's stay focused. But that is another way they are using this time spell. Yes, guys, absolutely. But that's another way they are using this time spell to attack you. That's 2, right? And then 3, they are also using this time spell to stop you from further. They are using this time spell to keep you further away from communicating and connecting with your family within the stars, or what they say stars, which we know are not stars by now. But yes, they are using this time spell to keep you away from channeling, calling to your ancestors, tapping in with your ancestors, meditating, get back to nature, get back to your roots, your natural, you know what I'm saying, your natural essence. You feel me? I don't know how many that is. I think that's what, 4? I think that's 4. Forgive me if I'm wrong. I think that was 4. But let's go on. Another way they are using this time spell to attack you. They are using this time spell to attack your planet, right? They are using this time spell to attack your planet, and because they have attacked your planet with this time spell, your planet has now been hindered and oppressed to doing what it was naturally doing. So that's also attacking. That's also hurting you as well, because you are directly connected to the planet genetically. So if they hurt the planet, they hurt you. If they hurt you, they hurt the planet. You see? So that's another way they're attacking you with this time spell. Well, that's 5. So last one. And then part 3, we'll get into 7, 8, 9. And then we do 13, part 3. You feel me? But let's say focus right here. What is that? 5. Okay, so another way they're attacking you with this time spell. They have you perceiving your life in a different way. They're having you place yourself in an energy field that is self-destructing. So they have you self-destructing you, right? In a way. You feel me? And even if it may seem, even if you may don't feel it, even if it may don't seem like it, it is still hurting you internally. You feel what I'm saying? This is what plays a part within the aging of your vessel, the wrinkles and the you know what I'm saying, like all that. You feel me? 6, and those are the 6 ways they are attacking you with this time spell that has been conducted by an alliance of human beings and an extraterrestrial race called the Arturians, right? The negative Arturians, because you have duality within all things, so it's good and bad, right? Positive, negative, right is wrong, evil, angelic. You see? So you got your bad Arturians, and you got your good Arturians. But your bad Arturians sided with your human beings, and they have conjuncted a time spell to place amongst the original gods and goddesses of this planet and the planet herself, right? So, which has put an energetic stronghold over the planet, right? Which is causing the original beings of this planet to go through a metamorphosis in a way. You see, through all phases of matter. You see, we're gonna leave that for part 3. That'll be the last part. We'll cut it off right there. But for tonight, we're gonna cut it off right here. I might come out with another video tonight. I might, I might. But you feel me? If not, I come out with another video tomorrow. So y'all stay tuned for that. It'll be a different one. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. It won't be the part 3. If I come with y'all with a video tomorrow, it wouldn't be the part 3 of this video. But if you never know. It could be a surprise to me, AI. You never know. You feel me? I might come at y'all tomorrow with the part 3 of this video early. You feel me? I might come at y'all with a whole different video tomorrow early. You never know. But either way, we're gonna come at y'all tomorrow as well. But it'll be when the sun is outside. You know what I'm saying? When the sun is up. When the sun is back on this side of the realm. You feel me? But with that being said, we're gonna leave off as we came. So peace to all the gods and goddesses of planet Kai. Peace to all the high vibrational human beings. With peace meaning positive energy always creates elevation. So with that being said, I appreciate everybody who came and sat in this live tonight. I appreciate everybody who subscribed to the channel. And I appreciate my elders, my middle age group, and my youth. And peace to the gods and goddesses of planet Kai. I leave as I come. Peace to the ancestors too. Y'all stay tuned. Enjoy your